Hi guys, Righteous Rayma here, bringing you your dose of truth for the day, and that is this. I'm going to give you all the 4 S words that you need to get to the next level. The 4 S words. They're not long, I just call them long S words because they're over, they're like 6 letters or longer. And those S words are sacrifice, struggle, suffer, surrender. Sacrifice, suffer, struggle, and surrender. So, especially as Christians, we think that, we can get what we need through hard work. And that's definitely part of it. You can get to the next level through hard work. You can get to the next level through prayer. You can give, you can network. So yeah, those are ways to get to the next level. But if you really boil them all down, or most of them down, it comes down to 4 S words: sacrifice, struggle, suffer, and surrender. There may be 2 more. I can't think of them right now. But sometimes, you see yourself at a certain level, and you're like, why am I not here? I've been here for so long. I've been working hard. I've been putting in hours. I've been studying. I've been doing it, but I can't get to the next level. Well, make sure that in everything that you're doing, you're making a sacrifice. If you give what you always gave, you'll get what you always got. If you always give 1 seed, and in the seed time, and you always harvest 1 plant, then every time you give that 1 seed, which is not a sacrifice, you're gonna get 1 plant. So it's like you say, I'm gonna sacrifice. I'm gonna give to the herds. I'm gonna give 3. I'm gonna give 3 seeds this time, and you're gonna harvest 3 plants. If it's like a plant per seed. So you have to sacrifice. You have to do something harder than you did before. Like if you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to have a cut toned body, you're gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to sacrifice some meals. You're gonna have to sacrifice. I got here some. I got some donuts right here. Not donuts. I got some cupcakes, frosted cupcakes. They're the best. They're the best. And if I wanted to have a really super flat tummy, I would have to sacrifice carbs, sugars, sodas, sweet teas, and things. So if you want to get to the next level of something that of a goal that you have to make some sacrifice. They're gonna be hard because it's hard for us to say no to what our flesh and our body wants. So you have to sacrifice and say, you know what? I'm not going to eat this for, let's just say, 6 weeks, and you're going to see results. You're going to go to the next level in one area because you sacrifice. The next S word is struggle. You're going to have to struggle, you all. You're going to have to struggle. We'll use an example of school. Yeah, there are people that went to school with me. They picked hard majors. They picked majors that took at least 5 years to graduate. I got 2 of them I know they're architects, my first love. And another dude I knew in college, their program, architecture takes, I think, at least 5 years to graduate. I'm not sure about engineering. But they will all be in that A&A building at UT Knox, and they'll be studying. And they're both doing tremendously well. They will never have to worry about money because they picked the hard major. I picked the easiest major I could find. I picked the easiest major. I picked child development. I picked child and family studies. I just wanted to graduate within 4 years. I've been playing around in college. I wanted to graduate, within a 4-year period. I thought you got to graduate within 4 years. And I picked an easy major, and I got out in 4 years. And guess what? I don't make the money that architects make. People who went to law school, right after they left undergrad, they went to law school. Then they, went and got, they went and got, went to med school or whatever. People they got their LPN license, then they're RN. They went on to be a nurse practitioner. They struggled. They can go to all the parties that we went to. They didn't drink. I was a party girl in college. I drank. I smoked weed. I partied. I could dance. I still can dance. But I chose that over studying and, struggling and, burning the midnight oil studying. I still did really well in school, but I didn't want to struggle. So if you don't struggle on the front end, you're going to struggle on the back end. So I don't have a whole lot of money because I didn't pick the hard major when I was an undergrad. Suffering. Sometimes, y'all, you got to suffer. And this is probably a good example for parents. Some parents have to suffer so that their children can go higher than they went. Like my mother came from poor Mississippi family. I'm not saying she suffered, but she had to work really, really hard to go through school, work really hard at her job. And because she worked so hard, her girls don't have to work as hard. We don't have to fight as hard because she did the suffering for us. So some of you parents, you were, let's say your man left you in the ghettos or the projects, whatever. And so you said, my kids are going to be in no projects. My sons are going to be put into gangs. So you went to live in a neighborhood where they probably didn't want you there. They probably didn't want you there because you were black. And they tried to give you a hard time. I heard people say they had KKK spray on their houses and stuff. And what's the word called? They would like vandalize their home, get them out the neighborhood. But these parents would say, you know what? I'm staying in this neighborhood. My child's gonna go to the best schools, and if I gotta work all day to get my child in this right school program, I'm gonna do that. And so they suffered. Some women have stayed in abusive marriages. I'm not saying you should do that. I don't suggest you should do that. But some women have stayed in abusive marriages that their children would not come from a broken home. Because children from broken homes tend to not do as well, emotionally, in the future or in the future when their parents are divorced. Even if they're probably abusive, I think they say they tend to fare better if they come from a 2-parent home. If the man that been on the child. And so some women have stayed in abusive marriage relationships just so that their children could have a 2-parent home. So the children wouldn't have to struggle, or move to the hood or whatever. So they suffered. And because they suffered, they didn't go to the next level, but their children fared better in life, okay? And then the last one is surrender, y'all. Christians, this is a Christian term. Y'all, we got to surrender. We got to say, Lord, I know the plan I have for my life is me to be here at this age, here at this age, here at this stage. But God, whatever you said, if you told me to be I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a millionaire. And God said, I don't want you to be a millionaire. If you become a millionaire, your character is so bad, you're so arrogant, you have such pride issues that it will destroy you. So you say, Lord, I surrender. If you say no millionaire, if you say no school, if you say no nice house, if you say no nice cars, you say no to that group of friends, then I will surrender to you. And so you all make sure, I know, prayer works. Prayer, it's kind of like surrender in a way. You used to be praying, Lord, let your will, but not mine be done. Lord, not my will, but yours be done. That's surrender. That's what Jesus did in the garden when he was about to be crucified. He said, Lord, if it's possible, if this cup pass me, but nonetheless, not my will, but yours be done. And he surrendered to God's will. He died on the cross. And because he suffered, because he surrendered, we all can go to eternal, we can all have eternal life if we repent and believe in Jesus Christ. So he had to surrender his will. Even though he suffered, he still rose up with all power on the 3rd day. So even you surrender to God about something else, like living a longer life on earth, it may mean something more for you in another area of your life. You may say, you know what? I know women who say they we're gonna get after they're divorced, they we're gonna get remarried because they don't want their daughters to potentially get molested by their stepfathers. Or I've heard women just say, Lord, I want to be married again. I want to be held by a man again, but I'm going to be single because I don't want to put my children at risk. I've heard many women say that. I've seen the comment section on YouTube. They be saying that all the time. I'm like, that's so honorable to choose to not fulfill your own self just for your children. That's a beautiful thing. Again, suffering. You may have to, okay, I mentioned not eating like cupcakes or whatever if you're trying to get a flat tummy in summertime. It's suffering to work out. Exercise is suffering. Yeah, I've been working out. Well, I worked a couple times with Base Camp down the street. Y'all, and I tell y'all, I be hating that gym coach. I be hating him. But I look in the mirror, I be like, okay, I see him a little cut. I see I got a little period. My little butt got some little lift to it. After I struggle, I know TMI, but after I struggle in the gym, and it's only like a 30-35 minute workout at Base Camp, y'all, even after 1 week of, I'm not talking about suffer, I be in pain, can't walk, sore. But I see the results. I'm like, okay, I'm at the next level. I see now. I'm seeing I'm a little more cut, more defined, more tone. Because I suffered for 30 minutes in the gym. I suffered 30 minutes in the gym. And I got the rewards, struggling through a job, you need some overtime, you need some money to pay an unexpected bill that popped up. You need to struggle to work overtime, come in on the weekend, work an extra 2-3 hours after work, for 2 weeks, and you'll have the money you need. You have to struggle to get to the next level, y'all. Sometimes you can't just do what you've been doing. You're gonna have to do more. Well, I just do 9 to 5. So I'm gonna do 9 to 5. I'm just gonna do a 5-minute workout. I'm just gonna give $10. I'm gonna study for 10 minutes. You do the absolute bare minimum least, and you want the highest quality of life. It's not gonna happen like that. You have to give more than you ever gave before, surrender more, sacrifice more, struggle more, and suffer more. Yeah, it won't be permanent. The struggle and the suffering, they won't be permanent. They won't be permanent. You like the people I know, the 2 engineers, the 2 architects I mentioned from college, like they suffered. Like I was with them because I was dating the guy. And I got me so bad. I was like, you never could spend time with me. You never spend time with me. We would spend time with me, but I was like, you always at the architecture building studying all the time. But he's my small LinkedIn. He got constant accolades, just constant getting higher and higher and higher and better. Because he suffered on the front end. He don't have to struggle now. He had to struggle back then. Of course, you got to still work, but he don't have to struggle no more. His kids don't have to worry about anything. His wife, he suffered on the front end. So y'all, it's not gonna be I'm not telling you to permanently suffer forever. Now, if you're a Christian in ministry, it's kind of, you sign up for a lifetime of just struggle and suffering, because you're doing ministry and got spiritual warfare, you got to fight for people's souls and whatnot. So if you're in ministry, there is a level of continuous struggle and suffering, but you won't regret it. I promise you won't regret it. But surrender, that's a lifetime thing. You got to surrender forever. Every day you got to say, Lord, I like this new guy. I'm talking about for Christian people. Lord, I like this guy. He's really cute, but if you say you're not the one, if you're not going to be good for my future, my ministry, my destiny, I won't date him. I'm constantly surrendering. I'm constantly surrendering what I want, my will, my desires. I don't do that. I don't do it every time. Sometimes I give in to what I want, but I always end up having to give it up. I surrender. Then sacrifice. You have to give to the hurt sometimes, y'all. You have to give. You have to give to the hurt. You have to give. You have to give. Give it up. Either give it to somebody else or give it up and say, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm not going to do it anymore. I know women who say, well, I know a man who said he could have sodas and he lost all the extra weight this one. So he gave up sodas. He loves sodas. Another person I know had kidney disease. He had to give up fried food. Well, he sees fried food, but pork and red meat. He had to give up beef and pork and sodas. And he had to sacrifice something to preserve his organs. You have to make hard choices. Y'all, life is hard. I'm going to pause right there. Life is hard. Can you understand that? Life won't always be easy. It won't always be what you want. You have to suffer and struggle and surrender and sacrifice sometimes to get to the next level. If you want to the next level, then just do what you're doing. But to get to the next level, you're going to have, if you want to stay where you are, just don't sacrifice no more. Don't struggle no more. Don't suffer no more. Don't surrender no more. If you want to get to the next level, you have to surrender some stuff, okay? And then, like I said, life is hard. Now, life is gonna be hard regardless. If you don't sacrifice, you're gonna struggle in the back end. Like homeless people that's walking around, they're not right here right now, but homeless people that I see, like, because and there's some that have mental illness, some of them have addictions. I'm talking about the ones who probably didn't take school seriously. They were probably class clown in high school, want to joke around, could jump out of school. They want to take stuff seriously. They want to listen to their boss. They want to listen to their parents, and they got kids at the house, and they struggling because they wanted to play. And they were 17, 18, now they're suffering for the rest of their life. They're going to be homeless for the rest of their life because they didn't suffer on the front end. People who have a morbid obesity and they like hate their bodies and they feel like they hate themselves and they hate how they look, and they look in the mirror and hate how they look when they're naked because they did not turn down certain things on the front end. They're going to suffer with maybe, diabetes, high risk of diabetes, blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, all the things. You're going to suffer either way. Choose your suffering. Suffer on the front end by being responsible and having boundaries and saying no to things. School, you're gonna struggle. If you work a low end job, you're gonna suffer financially. You'll always be where your next paycheck at. Even paycheck to paycheck, no money in your savings. If you struggle on the front end in school, take school seriously and work hard your job. Whether you went to school or not, you can work hard. It's one woman. She's a CEO of FedEx, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And she was a front desk lady. She may have went to college. I don't know at the time, but she suffered on the front end, and she's reigning now. So you have to reign, REIGN, reigning like a queen or king. So you're gonna suffer regardless. You're gonna suffer. Either you're gonna be poor, obese and sickly because of your obesity. You're going to have kids that have problems because you don't want to discipline your children early. You don't want to discipline them and keep them structured now. They're babies. They get older, they beating your tail and stealing from you and taking your car and threatening you. You're going to have to make hard choices, y'all. Life is hard. Life is hard. It's about discipline, struggle, suffering, sacrifice, surrender. And you're going to have to do it when it's easier because you're going to wish you had when it's later. So go ahead, surrender now, suffer now, sacrifice now, struggle now. Thank you guys for watching. Please share, subscribe to Righteous Rhema. Bye-bye.